Ben Holden here from Made4TheCage. I'm joined alongside me with Mark Superman Solan and Robert Buzzberry ahead of their charity fight at Made4TheCage28 on November 24th. So, why? What's the idea behind the fight?
Well, the charity's been going about 3 years now, and obviously Dale, we've helped one of Dale's members of family before. Me and Buzz, we've been to the funerals of people that we know together, and just one night we were out, and obviously look at the size of him. He's a man mountain, isn't he? And so look, it wouldn't be great if we could do something together to raise money. And this was off the back of Buzz sort of saying, look, well done for what you do. And I said, should we have a fight? And I don't know if he believed me or not. And we were like, yeah, great idea. And then obviously the next day I said, look, shall we organise it? So I spoke to Dale. Dale was like, yeah, brilliant. Didn't really think about it, like I don't. And here we are now. 12 stone, novice, never had an MMA fight in my life, fighting North East MMA legend Buzz, who's 20 stone and loads of experience. But it's to raise awareness and hopefully funds, and I haven't really got a clue what I'm doing, like with everything to do with a charity. It's very organic. I get an idea in my head and I go with it, and that's why people support us. And I always say, regardless of what I'm going to put myself through, the people that we're helping are going through a lot worse. And he's told me he's going to snap me in half and bust my nose and throw us out the cage. But it's about trying to raise money so we can help more people.
Absolutely. And Buzz, what do you think when you offered?
For me, I retired from the cage 10 years ago, and I had a lot of experience in the cage and obviously a lot of injuries. But when we got our heads together and we do that, a lot of people do think it's a real fight, and Mark's like, Buzz, people's thinking that, Mark, I'll go, which part of the audience do you want us to chuck in? Where do you want to land, Mark? But yeah, it's just, Mark's now experiencing a bit of the grappling side of it and what actually fighters do go through, and he's saying it is brutal what he's put himself through, and he is having a lot of injuries at the moment. Myself, I've had an operation on my hand, just so, experience-wise, I'll leave my experience. You never forget what you learn, But cardio work, I'll work on that over the next few weeks and go out there and enjoy it. Again, try and make money for Mark's great charity, what he's doing, and hard work he's putting in. And I take my hat off for him anyway, to get, I know it is a charity fight, but when you get in the cage and the door shuts, as much as it'll be a charity, it'll be squeaky bum time, man. It's
the hardest thing I've ever done. When I walked home from London, that walk home was horrendous, and the injuries I picked up, and I did it, and I had loads of physios telling me to pack it in, and I said, look, I can't. If I do, I'm a fraud. How can I face someone who's terminally ill, having chemo, having radio? How can I give in when I'm telling them not to give in? And I take my hat off to anyone who does MMA at whatever level. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. I've been training with a good friend of mine, Terry Ford, at the Lodge Fight Club, and I've been training the last couple of months just to try and get an idea of things, get used to getting some 17, 18 stone lad, 20 stone, lying on me, squashing us, getting used to getting jabbed in the face. Because when I've boxed, it's always been lads of my own size. Like, this doesn't happen, this weight difference. And he keeps telling me, you can hit me as hard as you can, I'll just flick it. And he flicked us the other week and then he put us through the wall with a shot. But it's the hardest thing I've ever done, and I was at hospital 2 weeks ago. I've done the ligaments in my foot. And the physio said, do you want to pull it back? I went, no, we'll fight, we'll work around it. It's an exhibition fight. Depending on how we are on the night, we'll work out what we're going to do. It's not ground and pound, like you say, it's not a proper fight. Some people think it's a proper fight. How could it be a proper fight? He's 20 stone, man. Do you know what I mean? But then you look at a guy who we all know, Jamie Stephenson.
Absolutely.
That guy had cancer and beat it. And what people don't know about Jamie is he actually supports our charity. We've had families who we're looking after. Jamie's gone out there and did work for free. And he's an absolute inspiration. And the fact that he went from having cancer, chemo, to getting back in the cage at this level is incredible. And I think, like, everyone who does it, regardless of experience and age, they get in that cage, it's amazing, and I want to do it properly. People are going to be coming to watch, and my game plan at the minute is to keep out the way of him. That's knackered at the minute because I can't walk properly. I'm hoping he can only use one arm, but it'll be fun. And this next
You
few
can
weeks-
run, but you can't hide.
Do you know what I mean? Honestly, I'm going to hit him so many times he won't even know. But he might not feel it. But no, it's about, like I say, it's what it's about. And hopefully by doing that, we can raise more awareness and more money so we can help people.
Absolutely.
So
Talk about the charity a little bit, why you started it, what it's doing now, what you're doing, what's your day-to-day.
Yeah, in a nutshell, it was set up in memory of my mum and my gran, who sadly both had cancer. 2 years ago, my poor old dad drank himself to death. Me and my brother actually broke in and found him dead. And I never really talk about my dad, but his mental health suffered off losing his wife and his mum. So every experience that I went through, my mum hated wearing a wig, so we've got a wig bank. Wigs are expensive, so we give wigs out. My mum suffered every day with after effects of the chemo, so we have a treatment room, so we give free treatments out. So if anyone's having chemo, they can come and get a massage, reflexology, it's all free. When my dad packed work and looked after my mum, we couldn't afford sometimes to pay the bills, so we pay bills, we pay the mortgage, we get kids to school, we buy uniforms. Some people sadly can't afford funerals, we pay for funerals, we pay for weddings. All the practical stuff and the nice stuff, coffee morning, support groups, patient transport, we try and do everything, and every time we
It's
come
a
across
garden and all sorts.
yeah, gardening, yeah, like I mean, Buzz has lost people, and Buzz has adopted Nana Pam. We do a garden, we support her, and now she comes to the support groups, and we get people out of isolation and we get them talking to people who's been through it. Coffee mornings, things like that, and it's grown, and to date we've raised, I think, about £250,000, and we've helped hundreds of local families, and now we Matt Millen's #1 referral. So Matt Millen, like multi-million-pound Matt Millen, one of the biggest organisations in the country, ring us when they need help. And that's a massive testament to how far we've come. And we're still a tiny little charity, and every penny counts. And that's why I do this. That's why I'm going to get punched in the face off him. Hopefully not too hard. Well, hopefully not at all. But that's why I do it. And I've got to keep doing these things because sadly, the cancer referrals are coming in thick and fast. It's 1 in 2 of us are going to be affected, and cancer doesn't stop, and so I try not to. That's me ethos.
You'll be able to get your own free massages, won't you? After the fight.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, like hopefully, like I say, people will see it and come along.
There's some of the support team going, you know.
Yeah.
Nan's going with a few of them.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're all looking forward to go and get the tickets and going, you know, that's all they're talking about at the moment. So, you know, it is good that people are going to support the...
Yeah, and the big difference with us is you can see where the money goes.
Yeah.
So like, I Made for the Cage, we've got a few things planned that we keep in close to our chest, which will be nice for people in there.
Yeah.
And there'll be people in that room who we've actually supported. So there'll be people who could stand up and say, yeah, Mark helped with my mum's funeral, or Mark bought us a washing machine, or Mark paid for taxis to get us to hospital. And sadly, with a lot of the big charities that do amazing jobs, you don't actually see what they do on the ground, where us, it's very organic and it's very transparent. And I think that's why we've got the support. And because I do things like this, like, I've been injured for 2 months. Like, my groin, my knee, everything aches. I'm eating ibuprofen like Smarties. Like, it's not fun, I'm not enjoying it. And I don't know how these guys do it, and I don't know how he did it for so long. And it's like I say, the rest of the lads on that fight are doing it for real, and I've got the utmost respect for them, and everybody coming along. And I'm so proud to be involved.
Absolutely.
And I'm just trying to turn my horrible experiences into something positive, and especially, like I say, with Jamie Stephenson, I'm hoping he's going to agree to a tag team, so when I'm getting battered, he can come in and have a go. But I mean, that guy there, like, on the night we there, but you've got that guy who's living proof of how far you can come as well.
Do you want to just talk about Jamie a minute as well? Just like how that made you feel seeing him come back and knock out and score the knockouts?
Well, I've been friends. I used to, I've always done little bits of MMA just to keep fit, but I've never fought. I've known Jamie a long time, and I didn't sort of believe it when he told me he was poorly, because like he's one of the best looking lads I know, isn't he? He's not a bad looking lad, and the strip on him, right? But he's such a lovely lad. Yeah. And I think when Jamie won't realise how much of an inspiration he is, because sometimes you don't realise, or you don't sort of get to understand cancer until it's on your doorstep, till you're affected by it, and it doesn't discriminate, and like sadly it does affect nice, healthy people. Do you know what I mean? And some people think that it only if you're smoking this and the other, it's genetic, sadly, and anyone can get it. And I think for Jamie, such a clean living lad, an athlete, to get that and come back from it is just absolute testament to everything. And like I say, inspirational. And I got a phone call from Matt Miller one day and saying, right, this lady needs to come home, but she needs a new cougar and it needs sorting out. They won't let her come home. I rang Jamie, went round within half an hour and done it. And I didn't put it on Facebook, or some things we do with private, but he did that as well. So I've got a lot of respect for him. He's a good pal of mine. And like I say, I hope he does the tag team thing as well.
Yeah, I think the knockout was probably the best.
Incredible. I was there that night, like incredible.
Yeah,
incredible.
Absolutely. And Buzz, you're stepping back in the cage, as you said, after 10 years.
After 10 years, you know, I don't get us wrong, I always still love watching it and being a big part of it. But to go back in the cage, you know, 10 years, bringing it back. And I know, again, stepping in the cage, it's for the good cause, but be great night just to try that one more time.
Absolutely, and obviously totally different to every time you've fought so far in your career. Is it a nice feeling going into the cage?
Of course it is. Don't get us wrong, I loved the cage. You know, I worked for a living, and my training was after I finished work and then me fighting. You know, but I had 10 years of being at the top, and to retire 10 years now, and then to watch it and then to be a part of it again, you know, and going back in that cage in front of crowds to applaud you, and it's a great feeling.
Absolutely. So, prediction for the fight?
Well,
that's how I'm telling already.
He's getting knocked out.
Honestly, it's like having a vice round your neck.
That's terrible. So where can people find more information about the charity?
If you go on, it's www.teamsolan.org.uk.
Yep.
And like I said, this next 6 weeks we'll be getting a lot of press.
Yep.
And we're going to be, because Buzz is off work, he's up, and we're going to be doing loads of radio and stuff and pushing it. And just having fun. Like I was saying in the car, like how he geared up to get in the cage with someone at his size, knowing he's going to punch your face off. Like, I'm really nervous, right? Like I am.
You'd love it.
I'm nervous, but it's the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And regardless, I've said anything. Regardless, it's not what goes on in there. It's what we can do outside.
Absolutely.
I just sort my ankles out so I can run out of the way of him.
Yeah.
But stick and move. That's my plan.
Yeah.
It's like big fighting a big grizzly, isn't it? But I'll do it. Look, but we'll have a smile on our faces. Hopefully.
All on form, man.
And hopefully raise, like I say, every penny raised means we can help people and just have fun.
Absolutely.
And like I say, I just hope he remembers that we are good mates.
Of course, man.
But no, yeah, it'll be fun. Hopefully I can try and do a little bit. I've been practicing lots of defence and blocking. So, but no, yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. I've ballooned in weight. I've gone from 11 stone to 12 stone.
Get in.
Yeah, so I've only got another 8 stone to go.
What are you weighing?
At the moment, I'm about 18.7. Sorry, 19.7 at the minute.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Lots of protein shakes.
Yeah.
The size of his hand, it's as big as my head, isn't it?
You just covered it.
So, but no, yeah, honestly, like I said, the people that I see and the people that I help, like we've had someone else die this week. Like in 3 years, I've buried over 130 people. Yeah. We know a lot of the people that I've buried, and that scares me more than this, because I know, well, it's an exhibition. Do you know what I mean? There's no way I'd get in with it. Well, it wouldn't be allowed, would it? Imagine getting punched off that. But like I said, hopefully we can raise awareness and raise money and keep doing what we're doing. Well, I'm excited.
Absolutely amazing. Yep, so that wraps that up. But there will be tickets available soon, if they're not already by the time this video goes out. Made4TheCage28 Kill Cancer, November 24th, Rainton Meadows Arena. Get yourselves down there, it's going to be a cracking night of fights.